Let's kick off summer the longevity way. Today we are firing up the grill and we are throwing everything in the kitchen sink on it. We're talking grilled cheeseburgers, grilled corn on the cob, grilled zucchini squash, grilled asparagus, and even grilled carrots, all served with a beautifully fresh and vibrant pasta salad. So throw your Crocs on, let's fire up the grill and get after it. When we're talking about the pasta salad, if we season our boiled water well, that means the pasta will be seasoned. If we season our dressing well, that means the dressing will be seasoned well. So when it comes time to assemble all of the ingredients, there shouldn't be much additional salt that's needed.
We are going to cook the pasta just shy of al dente because as it cools, it will continue to cook. Since we are not eating this right away, it's important to not overcook it in the water. To make the dressing, we are starting with some shallot and garlic, which will add a foundational flavor. Now, many pasta salads are heavy on the mayo, but I prefer to use just enough to help emulsify the dressing and let the Dijon and honey take center stage. Also, I think the orange adds a bit more sweetness than lemons, and I think it's just a nice touch. Fresh herbs are a must. They add such a huge pop of flavor, and these three all work wonderfully, but parsley would do the trick here as well. Don't forget to salt it up. And here I'm using avocado oil because it has a more neutral flavor than olive oil, but olive oil would be great here as well. Blend it all up and you've got yourself a great all-purpose dressing for pasta salads, regular salads, whatever you can think of. Now the rest of the salad is vegetable city, mate. Bright, colorful, and packed with vitamins. You can't go wrong with any of these, or add your own. This batch really amps up the antioxidant profile because of the broccoli, red peppers, and tomatoes. I'm adding about 3 to 4 ounces of dressing here. I can always add more, but I don't want to overdress this. Give it a stir, chill it, and it'll taste better in about an hour.
Now, when it comes to burgers, that's one thing I miss about living in Texas, the beef. My all-time favorite way to make burgers is on the grill using 100% ground brisket. I think it's the perfect combination of meat to fat ratio for a burger. But I can't find that here in Phoenix. So what I'm doing is using a thinner 85-15 burger patty. I prefer a thin burger patty, and I also prefer burgers to be cooked medium or medium well, simply because of the texture.
For the burger garnish, I'm using some red onion and romaine, but I actually prefer butter lettuce. I'm not doing tomato here because I'm using ketchup, but that's just a personal preference for me. For the grilled veg, I'm starting with corn, and for each of these veggies, I'm simply seasoning them with olive oil and salt. Feel free to add additional spices, but be careful. Many of the spices can burn on the grill. And don't be bashful about adding salt. Most of it's going to fall off during the grill process. I'm also picking vegetables that are mostly forgiving, so if things get a little sideways on me when I'm grilling, I don't have to stress too much. That tip is for free. Asparagus has tons of potassium to help lower blood pressure. Zucchini gives a better vitamin C boost than you might think, and the carrots help support better eye health. All of these vegetables are perfect for longevity and perfect for the grill.
There's a lot of stuff that's on the grill today, and the best way to do it is to think backwards about what's going to take the longest. So I'm giving the carrots about a 10-minute head start wrapped in foil so they don't char on the outside before they cook through on the inside. Next, I'll go with the corn. Now, the corn will brown easily and it will get that beautiful color, but it won't necessarily be cooked all the way through. I'm going to let it do its thing and get nice and charred on the outside, and then I'll move it to the top rack of the grill so it can finish cooking all the way through without burning. The zucchini and asparagus only take a couple of minutes, so I'm going to wait till I flip the burgers over and start adding cheese before I think about adding the zucchini and the asparagus.
Now that I'm flipping the burgers, it's time to add the zucchini. I'm putting them on a cooler part of the grill so they'll cook a little more slowly and get a nice char on them. Once the burgers have cooked for a few minutes on the other side, I'm going to move them up to the top rack so they don't overcook. After a few minutes, it's time to flip the zucchini. Now I cut them a little thicker so they will be a little more forgiving in case I need them to sit on the grill for an extra minute or two. It's time to add our cheese and then the asparagus. My goal here is to have everything come off the grill around the same time. so that everything is hot when I'm ready to serve. The smaller the asparagus, the quicker they cook, so watch them closely. Now, it's time to pull everything off the grill, and all the veg look perfectly charred and tender, while still having a little bit of a bite. With the grill on low, I'm going to add the brioche buns and give them a light toast. I think this adds such a texture dimension to the burger experience. For condiments, I'm using a little Dijon and a little ketchup on the bottom bun. The reason for that is that the bottom bun is closest to your tongue, so when you bite into the burger, you're going to get the tang and zang from the condiments, followed by the burger and cheese, then the fresh veggies, which are light on flavor, and then some mashed avocado with a little salt. If you do this the opposite way, your tongue and palate will get hit with the fatty avocado and bland vegetables first and then your burger, and the experience will be subpar. For me, I prefer a burger on the simpler side, but feel free to add jalapenos, pickles, whatever your little heart desires. One thing to be mindful of, especially when serving it to others, is that they actually have to put the burger in their mouth. That's what she said. And you don't want too thick of a setup. That's also what she said. I'm doing my best to plate these so they're Instagram worthy, and now it's time to plate the veg. An easy hack is to cut the corn cob in half, and you can easily serve 8 people without skimping on portions. Grilled vegetables are a super easy way to add massive flavor to your meal while keeping the calories on the lighter side. Now, all that light calorie talk will be somewhat undone by the pasta salad, but honestly, who cares, because it's awesome. And there you have it, a quick and easy dinner for the family or a crowd.
All right, thank you so much for kicking off summer the right way on the grill longevity style. If you like what you've seen here, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel where every week I have a different recipe focused on longevity. And if you're serious about eating for longevity, then you totally need to check out my cookbook, which is linked in the description. It's 10 recipes, each one of them dealing with a different aspect of our life as we get older, such as helping us sleep better, helping us have better energy, helping us lower cholesterol, helping us with better eyesight, all of that stuff and more. It's down in the description notes. And if you don't know where to start in the kitchen, also in the description notes, you can grab my Kitchen Day 1 guide that can help get your pantry and supplies in fighting shape. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week on Bricks and Mortar Food.